What's up, Rubits? Little Big Robots here with another video. Not going to be a quick one, really, but one that I've been meaning to do for a while. I'm adjusting my microphone, if you know what I mean. Today, I'm going to be talking mostly about this figure, the what's his name? Miles Quaritch. Quaritch. He's basically the pilot guy, the grizzled veteran of in the Avatar movies. He's pretty cliche character and whatever, but I'm not a huge fan of Avatar. I've seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet. I don't have a problem with it all. It's just not really my style. It's a little bit... I don't know. I loved Cameron's Aliens, of course. It was incredible. I cried when I watched Titanic. And Terminator 2 was incredible. But Avatar is it's not really my style. But I love the amp suit. I love the robotic stuff, all that kind of fun stuff. As a matter of fact, on my community page, if you look right now, you'll see somebody from... I think it's Disneyland or Disney World or something, wearing an amp suit, like you know how nowadays people are doing cosplay, like big giant Space Marine stuff. He's doing that with an amp suit. It looks fantastic. Or it's like kind of like an exoskeleton. But anyway, check that out. If you like little versions of big robots, please subscribe to my channel. I want to get to 4,000 this year. I have not very long to go, so I think I could even maybe get above 4,000. Sorry, I just took a shower. And hit like and everything, and then I'll be doing some information at the end of this video about giving one of these away. I have 3 of these. Now this is the amp suit from McFarlane Toys, right here. So this is I've reviewed this. People really like this. It's normally $40. One of the advantages I have a Best Buy card and a membership. I got a membership with a dishwasher I paid for. I got a free year membership. They'll give you these little lightning deals. And one of them was, I got one of these amp suits for $22. And so I picked up 3 of these. So I have 3 of these, 1, 2, 3, in a box. This one the box got a little cracked, and I figured, well, I'm going to keep one in the box. I'm going to take one out for customization and doing some fun stuff with. I have the original one I reviewed, and I figured I'd do a giveaway of one because, anytime you find a good toy deal, if you can spread the joy a little bit, that's always good. Just as a point of reference, here is the original amp suit, and here is the new one. Now, I'll be comparing, so you can see the new one is a little bit larger scale. I forget what scale these are. I don't think it says. People love to say 6 or 7 inch, but that's not a scale, that's a size. 7-inch scale is what they're saying is, but as you can see, he's not 7 inches. So that would be, I think, 1/11th, 1/10th, something like that. I can't remember. So let me switch to cameras. We're going to open up Miles here and compare the new and the old, and see how he goes into the new amp suit along with the old version of Miles in that size. So give me just a minute. Okay, so once again, let's talk about how horrible these things are. I hate these things with a passion. They're these little connectors they use in toy packaging. I'm going to do an entire video on these. They had this holding this guy in place in that position as though he needed to be in some kind of dynamic position. Anyway, whatever. Drives me crazy. Opening toys nowadays is kind of a nightmare in itself. So let's put here's the new, here's the old, here's the little junk you get and stand. So first we're taking a look at Miles here. He's a good looking figure. The face sculpt is actually really, really good. He's got his scars and all that, so he looks like the actor. That actor is really cool. I'm kind of surprised. I don't know if it's the same actor now. Again, I haven't seen the second movie, but that guy must be getting up there. If he's still in, good shape, that's pretty crazy. I don't know what scale this is. Again, they're calling it 7-inch, but that's because the actual alien creatures you get, they're 7 inches. So he's not. He's like 5 or whatever. So maybe it'd be closer to. No, he's like 4. He's not 118. He's probably anyway. Somebody tell me in the comments. I have a Avatar YouTube channel I followed. and they were giving me some great. They made a great video about the scale of the figures and everything. It has some neat posability. It feels a little bit like it's tight, but as soon as you kind of crack that seal, you know, it gets a little bit loose. The feet are a little bit loose, for example. But not bad, not bad. This worries me a little bit because the hands are meant to come out, and you can see how loose it is already. Probably just needs to be put in there a bit. But he can do quite a bit of, as you can see, quite a range of motion and stuff like that. I'm not going to go through all of it because I find those parts boring. I don't know what the hole in his butt's for. Anyway, oh, it's for this. So you have his head. This is a nice little thing, even for customizations. Oh, by the way, this was on the flash sale as well. I got him for, I think, 17 instead of 24. I would not pay the normal 24 for this. Although it's a nice figure. You know, you get like a Marvel Legends for 24. It was better to get it for 17. So here's his gas mask head. If you didn't know, the planet of Pandora, the alien planet, is where it's set, and the humans have to wear gas masks because the atmosphere is toxic. Well, I think that's interesting. Cameron kind of made everything else kind of soft around the edges. I don't know why I decided to go hard on that, but whatever. The guns he has are nice. You know, it's kind of normal stuff. Usual McFarlane thing where they give you these amazing kind of sculpts and molds, but no real decent dry brushing or anything. Occasionally you'll get a little bit of that, but you got some hands to do pointing. You got some fist hands. You got gun hands. And coffee cup, because since he's a grizzled old veteran, of course he's going to have his coffee in the morning. Call back to he loves that smell of whatever in the morning. And then you get, this is kind of neat, you get two little effects parts, which I guess are going to go in the guns, which again is cool. I don't really see it being worth the normal price for this, but it's all right. The effects parts aren't bad. Those would probably look pretty good in a you know, like in a black light kind of situation. If you had where'd that go? An LED light that made that glow a little bit. So it's not bad. It's not bad at all. So he's pretty cool. Let me see how easy it is to take his head off and put on the gas, because the gas mask head is actually really cool. Problem is I don't know how sturdy it is once it's on there. And then this is going to plug into his butt. So it's like a back. It's stored back here, I guess, on his belt. I mean, that's pretty cool. Again, it's not a bad-looking figure. With McFarlane, you get a lot of kind of really cool-looking figures, but just not a terribly great paint job. But again, the prices are kept usually pretty low, so it's not that big of a deal because you're getting it for a little bit smaller price. This was a pretty premium figure for 24 bucks, so I'm not too worried about that. But next I'm going to switch his head back because I want to put him in the actual thing. I did a full comparison of these, the old and the new, on my other video. So if you want to go look at that, you can see some of the differences there, just a bit more detail. Now I don't have. There is another new amp suit that has a flamethrower weapon and I think a little bit different paint job. I don't have that one yet, so I might grab that one on discount sometime. But I wanted to pull out the old, what's his name again? Vince? Bob? I can't remember his old name. So this is the old scale. And this is also from the original movie. So it's kind of an interesting comparison. The guy hasn't changed, you know, fashion and how, you know, he's been on the planet for 5 years or something like that probably. But, you know, makes sense. So you can see the difference in the head sculpts. Now, granted, this is old. My friend gave me this. Is from the original, what is that, 2009. And the paint's been chipped and stuff, so I'm not comparing it. But just the quality. I'm not sure what scale this is. This might be 118. I can't remember. Somebody was telling me. And so the old one just goes in here pretty easily. You kind of got to get these out of the way. And he slots in there, which is cool. He just kind of stands in there. This one I think is the same. Let's check a look. Oh, and this was another. I have a whole bunch of these, the old figures too. So there's another soldier guy. Gives you an idea of the size. I'm going to go ahead and take off the gun because the gun is cool, but it's a bit unwieldy. And I like bots just sitting there looking like bots. Call me crazy. But I like them to look like, if it's a worker bot type thing, I like them to look like a worker bot. You know, like they're getting ready to, they're in maintenance or something. I love that kind of stuff. So here's the inside there. That gives you an idea of the depth. So yeah, you can probably fit, you know, the smaller guys in there, some larger guys, some 118, some non-118. You could fit a whole bunch of different figs probably in there. It's pretty wide. But when he's in there, Look at the details, pretty cool in there. I might not have gotten a great shot of that before. But you can see the little numbers and stuff. That one does not have that. So he goes in there and looks pretty cool. The only difference is in the movie he has, you know, little corresponding arms that attach kind of so as he fights and swings and stuff. Hey, look. I never noticed that. There's an extra helmet. Look. I never noticed that. Back behind the seat. Wow. I wonder if that comes off or something. Anyway, he has a corresponding, you know, like arms, things that attach to his arms so that when he swings and punches in real life, it makes these move. It mimics his movement. So it's not bad. I mean, what's funny is this area here is the same. Now, this could be a new upgraded version. I don't know. You can see a little difference in the shoulders and stuff. But yeah, see their front glass there is about the same size, which is funny, but you can definitely see the difference. I like having a little slightly smaller one too, along with this one. Let me take this gun off too as well. This is pretty loose. It's 2009, so it's, you know, however old. It does almost equal movement, but these don't rotate out like this. So that gives you kind of an idea. I think he's a cool figure. The amp suit is definitely cool. I'm glad I picked up extras because I don't normally keep things in boxes at all. I just don't enjoy doing that. I may, you know, pull it out of the box, play with it, mess with it, give it to your nephew, whatever, sell it, but don't let it just sit in the box. But if you can get a freebie, you know, one for that cheap and keep it in the box, you might as well. So how does this go in here, I'm wondering? Like this, probably? It's got to go like that. Okay, so there's a little holster gun, I guess, something like that. That's pretty cool. You know, he's not bad. His different hands. Let's see how easily he changes to a pointy hand. Let's take off the hand, see how easy this is. Yeah, that's super easy, but is that even right? Yeah, it is. So the wrist joint, the peg stays in the wrist joint. Let's knock his gun off. So he can point accusingly at somebody. You're a punk! And that kind of thing. And he's not a bad looking figure at all. He really isn't. I don't know that, like I said, he's worth the 24 or whatever he's normally at, but the 17 or whatever price it was for that I got him at, yeah, he's definitely worth that. So, you know, he's got some pretty cool details. He's got the tattoos. He's got, I mean, look at that face sculpt is pretty. I'm taking pictures while I'm recording, sorry. The body sculpt, everything is really good. You got a nice texture on the t-shirt, but again, if you can get it on sale, it's even better. And it's kind of interesting to see the difference here. You couldn't even have these two in the same universe. They're nowhere near the same scale unless this was like a much smaller person or he was some kind of giant. But it's kind of interesting to see the difference there. These are both McFarlane. So anyway, oops, before I forget, I needed to tell you about how to actually, how to actually enter to win one of these in the box, brand new. And that is that you need to subscribe to my channel. You need to like this video. And then you need to put a comment in the comment section. Tell me why you want it. Just say however you want it. Just say, I want this because it's cool or whatever you want to say. I will pick a comment at random and I will provide it to that person free of charge, but it has to be in the U.S. No outside of the United States at all. I'm sorry, that's going to get into like $70 to ship anywhere right now. So if you want one of these, be sure to subscribe, comment, and like the video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.